Well, the Brewers and the Dodgers, Jim, today in the final game of this series on the Dodgers' only visit to Milwaukee each and every year. And the crew, following the up-and-coming series with the San Diego Padres, right back into it with the Dodgers in L.A. A couple of day games and one night game in that series. Play Memorial Day on Monday and then a night game on Tuesday, followed by an afternoon affair. And talking with Ben Sheets last night, I said, "You looking forward to your next outing?" He said, "Yep, against Hideo Nomo."
Well, the Brewers match up pretty well with this Dodger club. They don't score a whole lot of runs. The Dodgers don't. They've got a very good pitching staff. So the games have been tied in this series. They figure to be competitive next week as well. We are ready for baseball in this series finale this afternoon. And for the play-by-play story, once again, here's Bob Uecker.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. And Glendon Rush, first offering is high and outside. We are underway. Sun trying to pop through. Here's the 1-0 delivery. It's a ball outside, 2-0. Glendon Rush, 0-1 in his career against the Dodgers. Delivers a strike, and it's 2-1. Cesar is Torres in the leadoff spot today. Bangs a base hit to right. And the Dodgers have the leadoff man aboard. Is Torres with his second hit in 9 tries. Here is Adrián Beltré, the Dodgers third baseman. This broadcast is authorized by the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club, intended solely for the entertainment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast or other use without the expressed written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club is prohibited. Beltré swings away and fouls away, and it's 0-1. Today's Lennox game time temperature, 63 degrees. Winds out of the southwest at about 16, gusting to 20. One strike, and Rush deals inside a ball, even now at 1-1. Your local Lennox dealer is now offering up to a $1,000 rebate on the new Dave Lennox Signature Collection Home Comfort System. Lennox makes your home a better place. 1-1, showing bunt. It's a good one. Rush has it, spins, throws, and got him. Beltré is retired on a sacrifice bunt. Moving is Torres to second. The scoring is 1-3. Richie Sexton covering. Now Shawn Green, the left-handed batting Dodger right fielder. He's had a good series. Couple of home runs, run-scoring triple. His 3-base hit yesterday. There's a strike 0-1 in the third. Produced the only run in the game. Runner at second. One man out, one strike on Green the pitch. Curve and a beauty. Didn't offer, 0-2. Glendon Rush today in his 10th start of the year. Second career start against the Dodgers. Here is the 0-2. That's a little bit high. Made his debut against the Dodgers back on August 17th of last year while with the New York Mets. Dodgers beat the New York Mets in that one by a score of 8-3. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a bouncer, fair pass, Richie Sexton into the right field corner. Shawn Green is going to have at least a double, and he'll hold there. And the Dodgers lead in the first inning. Glendon Rush hung a curveball, and Shawn Green jumped on it and hit it just inside the line past Richie Sexton. So the Dodgers, after the sacrifice, get a double by Green. That's his 25th RBI. Here is Eric Karros. So the Brewers play from behind in the opening inning today. Here's the pitch, outside a ball on Karros. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch off the outside corner again. 2-0 now on Karros. In the series, in 8 previous trips, Karros with a couple of hits. Rush deals. That's a strike at the knees. 2-1. The left-hander ready. The kick and the pitch. Too low. 3 balls and a strike. From the stretch, Rush deals. Karros had a cut and he missed. Ball 3 and strike 2. Kazuhisa Ishii will have at least a 1-0 lead. And the pitch outside, and the Dodgers get another runner. First walk given up by Rush today. And it brings up Brian Jordan. He's had a very good series, 4 for 7, including a home run. Ishii among the leaders in wins with 6. Schilling and Johnson lead that category. They have 8 apiece. Then it's Tom Glavine from Atlanta with 7, followed by Ishii, Wells, Padilla, Morris, Astacio, and Kirk Reeder, all with 6. There's a strike, 0-1. New sign from Baco. Rush ready, and here it is. That's a ball outside, and it's 1-1. Green at second. Karros at first. 1-0 Dodgers. Here's the pitch. Swinging a drive to the gap in left center. Going to be another run for the Dodgers. On to third goes Karros. Holding at first is Brian Jordan. He's got his 5th hit in the series. Glendon Rush has given up a couple of runs here in the opening inning, and it brings up former Brewer Marquise Grissom, batting .276 with 3 home runs and 13 driven in. Two nothing Dodgers. Hang in there, folks. It's the first inning. We ain't batted yet. Grissom took a strike on a curveball. 0-1. Here it is. Grissom sends it foul to our right. 0-2 on Marquise. Two quick strikes on Grissom. Grzelcyk due next. Here it is. Inside with a fastball. 1-2. Rush ready. Delivers. Grissom hit it foul against the screen. Still a ball and 2 strikes. The target and the pitch. Change of pace, down low and outside. Runners lead at the corners. Here comes Rush. Too low and saved by Baco. It's full now, 3-2. Glendon Rush trailing 2-0. There's still only one man out. See if they put Brian Jordan in motion. He's been bothered by a bad back. The stretch. He's running. Here's a swing and a drive to left center and very deep. This is trouble. Jenkins at the wall. He's got it. He took a home run away from Grissom. A run's going to score. It's 3-0 Dodgers, but Jeff Jenkins saved two more. He went over the top of the wall to pull that one back in here. Marquise Grissom almost gave the Dodgers two more. What a play by Jenkins. That ball was out of here. Now with two outs. Here's Mark Grudzielanek. Oh, what a catch by Jenkins. He timed his leap perfectly and pulled that ball back in here. 3-0 LA. Strike on the outside corner. Runner aboard at first. Brian Jordan. Grissom gets his 14th RBI of the year. Here it is off the outside corner with a fastball. 1-1. 2 men are out. 3-0 Dodgers. And the pitch. Grudzielanek tried to punch one to right field. Well, you watch some of these Dodger hitters against Rush and even with Ben Sheets last night. Pitches that are out of way, they don't try to muscle and pull them. Grudzielanek trying to take those pitches to right field. Outside, that's where he was going again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Grudzielanek, born in Milwaukee. Batting .253. Here's the pitch. Swinging a bouncer, right side. That's just what he did again. Took an outside pitch and tried to hit it to right. The inning ends finally as the Dodgers bat 7 men. They score 3-0. I should say 3 at the end of 1/2 inning of play. It is the Dodgers up. LA 3, Milwaukee nothing. Ishii delivers, and he's down low, ball 1. This one, I think, should be kept in the archives. Because I don't think a lot of people know the full name of... Here's the pitch. Swinging a base hit past the diving Grudzielanek. Belliard aboard with a solid smash to right center. Grissom on the pickup. Here's Mark Loretta. I'm not giving anything away when I say Bucky Badger, because that's not his name. It's his name, the name that we know, and that has become such a beloved part of Wisconsin sports history. Bucky Badger. Now, Bucky, I'll tell you something. Between me and you, thanks for letting yours truly know your full name, but this one's going back in the archives, buddy. Or miss.
You can't do this.
Yep, this one stays put. Loretta took a strike 0-1.
This is unprecedented. And I know you've been around quite a while. And
quite a while.
You've got
a
long time.
Yeah.
But you don't have this kind of clout. You can't just withhold something like this and dangle it out in front of everybody and then crush us.
Well, if you want to find out, here's a number to call. 1-800-432-TRIP. Ishii ready. Swinging a line drive by Loretta. Base hit to center. All right. 2 around with nobody out. Here comes Jeffrey Hammonds.
You get a hint? Anything?
All right, here's the hint. Middle name starts with a U.
Uecker?
Nope. University would be a good answer.
Okay, all right. University?
No, that's not it. I just said it would be a good one. That's not it. All right. Is she or ain't she? He's ready. And the pitch. Hammonds a strike, looking 0-1. Is she or ain't she? This is our first look at Ishii, of course, outside of a television game that I saw a couple of weeks ago. This guy's got good stuff. Here's the 0-1. Hammonds had a cut and he missed. All right, here it is. The full name of the University of Wisconsin Madison mascot. I hope you all have your magic markers down and ready to write this down. I only want to do this once. I think that should be enough for the Wisconsin mascot. Everybody should know this anyway. The 0-2. Hammonds had a nice cut and fouled it back. The University of Wisconsin Madison mascot. His full name, Buckingham U. Badger.
Really?
That's it. There you have it, folks. And you heard it right here on Brewers Baseball and our tourism facts that we bring you every day. Here's the 0-2. Hammonds a swing and a foul tip, and Kruder hung on. It's a strikeout. One down. Here comes Big Richie Sexson.
So no middle name, just the initial.
Just U. It says U. Badger. Buckingham U. Badger. Somebody walks up to him and say, "You Badger, me too." I like is she or ain't she? I like that too.
You didn't get much rest last night, did you?
No, I didn't. I've been up all night. I've been on my inhaler again. Here's the pitch. It's a strike on Richie, 0-1. I am not to mislead our listeners by any means with the inhaler that I am being asked to use. Here's the pitch. Richie took it down low by a certain drug company for a lot of money. Does me no good at all. I'm just using this stuff because they're paying me. And no, I'm kidding. I've been bothered by this raspiness from time to time, and this inhaler that I'm using certainly saves me a lot of shoe leather. Take a couple of hits of this and woo! Can't get rid of that stuff. But I'm trying. 1 ball and 1 strike. Here comes Ishii. Instead a turn but no throw to second. Getting better though.
You sound
You know what?
great.
I was talking. Thank you very much, Jim. I was talking with somebody out at that ceremony yesterday. And here is the 1-1 pitch to Richie. Check swinging the ball low and inside. 2-1. And I was actually talking to the granite monument. That's what I was actually doing. I was talking to somebody out there. They said they had the same thing that I've been experiencing, this little raspiness. He said he's had it for over a month. I said, well, I've had about the same thing. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch. Too low on Richie, and it's 3-1. And upon further identification, I realized I was looking in a mirror.
You know you're going bad
Yeah,
when.
things are, yeah. Hi there. How you doing? 3 balls and a strike. 1 man out, 2 on, 3-0 Dodgers.
When you start arguing with the mirror, that's when it's time to.
Here it is. Swing and a miss. Full up now. 3-2 on Richie Sexson.
I kind of like the raspiness. Makes you sound a little gravelly. I think.
Gravelly, yeah. Gravelly. 3-2. I don't hurt. Doesn't hurt. And it doesn't happen all the time. It's yesterday. I've been fine for about 4 or 5 days, and now I feel a little bit. Nothing bad. Still sound beautiful. I'm. Oh man. The 3-2. Check swing. I think he held. He did. That was close. But Sexson held. They're loaded for Ocho. To third, Belliard. To second, Loretta. Sexton aboard with one out. Here is Alex Ochoa. All right, let's get some runs on the board here. It's the opening inning. Still time for you folks. And still room. Got a great gang of kids out here today, along with our regular fans. One man out. Ishii 6-1 on the year. Here's the pitch. Ochoa took it down low and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Ishii, another former Japanese star. He's the second Japanese player to wear a Dodger uniform. The other, Hideo Nomo. Here's the 1-0. Too low, and he almost threw that one by Kruder. And now Chad Kruder out for a couple of words with Ishii. Hideo Nomo became the first Japanese pitcher to wear a Dodger uniform back in 1995. Ishii, a star in Japan for many years. First month in the big leagues, this guy was 5-0. Two and nothing on Ochoa. And the pitch. That's a strike, barely on the inside quarter. Ishii's lost 1 game, 6-1 on the year. The Mets beat him 2-0 back on May the 15th. He allowed a run on 4 hits in that one. He's ready, coming back 2-1. Swing and a foul. Ochoa had a good cut. This guy throws good. He's got a very good curveball, too. Ishii's 6-0 start. The best by a Dodgers starter since Oral Hershiser. Went 6-0 back in 1988. Fernando Valenzuela. Remember Fernando? You betcha. He went 8-0 in 1981. The pitch. Too low on Ochoa, and it's full now, 3-2. There is no place to put him. The bases are loaded. Ishii taking some extra time. All right, back to the pitching rubber. New sign from Chad Kruder. Here's the payoff. Too low. He walked Ochoa, and the Brewers are on the board. Ochoa with his 8th RBI of the year, and Ishii wants a new baseball. And Jim Colburn, who is the Dodger pitching coach, heading out there for a couple of words with Ishii. You know, when we look at these players from the Far East, guys like Ishii and Hideo Nomo and Ichiro, you know, these players, they are rookies in the major leagues in America, but they are all ex-big leaguers in the Japanese leagues, and this guy was one of their stars, as I said earlier. But by no means do these guys come to the major leagues in America as youngsters. They are in their late 20s. Nomo in his 30s. And they are very experienced. They've been in big games. I mean, this guy has pitched in the Japanese World Series 4 or 5 times. So big games are nothing new to him. And when you look at these Japanese players or Koreans, no matter where. I mean, they're all good players. Here's the pitch. Too low on Jenkins, ball one. You say to yourself, wow, when you look at the record, but then you have to realize, hey, these guys have pitched in the major leagues in Japan sometimes for 10 years and more. 1 ball and no strikes. Jenkins waiting. And the pitch. That's a ball inside on a hanging curve. 2-0. Ishii pitched for the Colt Swallows for 10 years. 2-0. Swing and a smash on the ground. Radzalanek, Turris at second in the relay in time to double him up. What a rocket hit by Jenkins. Ishii gets out of it with no further damage. After 1, Dodgers 3, Brewers 1. After walking a couple and giving up 2 hits. Chad Kreuter, the Dodger catcher, takes a strike 0-1 from Glendon Rush. 3-1 Dodgers. Final game of the series. The Padres are in here tomorrow. Rush ready, and the 0-1 to Kreuter. That's a ball outside. Chad Kreuter batting only .171 with a home run and 5 driven in. Here is the 1-1. That's a strike on the outside corner. Rush coming back with a fastball. Florida at Cincinnati today. The Reds answered the Marlins' run in the opening inning. Here's the pitch, hit foul. It is 1-1 now in the third. Houston hit St. Louis with 3. Cardinals batting in the first inning. That one's being played at Busch Stadium. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ishii, the pitcher, is due next. The 1-2. High and outside. Nice to have folks from our network affiliates here today. It's Network Day at Miller Park. They're all down here today enjoying here's the pitch. Bouncer up the middle, base hit. Glendon Rush gives up his 4th hit today. And here comes Ishii, the pitcher. Kazuhisa Ishii is in there now, taking signs from third base coach Glenn Hoffman. Former big league shortstop. Remember that guy? Big shortstop. Boston Red Sox. Ishii showing bunt. It's fouled back and it's 0-1. Network affiliates from WHBY. All of our friends from WHBY in Appleton, WATW in Ashland, Wisconsin, Beaver Dam, WBEV. Had a chance to shake hands and throw to first, and the runner is back in time. Chance to meet and greet and talk with a lot of our friends from all over. WDBCS Kanaba, WDUZ in Green Bay, they're here today. WFAW, Fort Atkinson. And the pitch, bunted back to Glendon Rush. He's going to go to second. They got that runner, and the throw to first, not in time. They almost turned the double play. Glendon Rush with a good throw to second. He had to get it down there in a hurry with Kreuter running. Hernandez took the throw and then fired to first, and Ishii just did beat it. All right, here is Cesar Turris, the Dodgers shortstop. WRLS from Hayward, Wisconsin. All of our good friends up in Hayward. And the pitch down low and outside. And talking with that gang about My good pal up there, Mitro Mosnia, up in Cable, Wisconsin. Swinging a drive to right by his Torres. Ishii will stop at second as the throw comes on from Ochoa. His Torres is now 2 for 2. Tell you, these guys are taking Glendon Rush to right field. Is Torres, a right-handed batter, taking those pitches away and going that way. Now Adrián Beltré sacrificed his first time up. Mitro skiing up in Cable, Wisconsin. And the pitch down low and outside. Iron River with a gang here today. WNXR. WCLO in Janesville, Wisconsin. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul to the Brewers dugout. WKTY from La Crosse. Longtime Brewer affiliate, WIBA Madison. Manitowoc is here again today, as they always are. WOMT swinging a roller, first base side foul. Always nice to have those folks down here, sometimes more than once. But they have been carrying Brewers baseball for a long, long, long time. Marshfield, WDLB. And the pitch swung on, line to the gap in right center. Ochoa's there. He'll make the grab to retire Beltré, and with 2 men out, here comes Shawn Green. Green doubled and drove in the Dodgers' first run today. Rice Lake, Wisconsin. WJMC, the Rice Lake Robins. That used to be their old semi-pro team up there. I don't know if the Rice Lake Robins are still in existence or not. And the pitch to Green. That's a strike, 0-1. Frank Benavides and Bill DeBrava, 2 old friends of mine that were stars on that Rice Lake Robins 9. Here it is, check swing. I think he held, he did. A ball and a strike. Got folks here from Rhinelander, WRLO and WOBT. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch swung on, driven to right and very deep. Boy, I'm telling you, this guy is having a heck of a series here. Shawn Green just hit a 3-run home run against Glendon Rush. And the Dodgers now lead this game 6-1. Wow. Shawn Green gets his 6th home run of the year. He came in here with 3 and 21 runs batted in. He now has 5 home runs and 28 ribbies. That was a fastball inside, and he knocked it out of here. 6-1 LA. Boy. The lefties are banging on Glendon Rush. Green a double, a home run, 4 runs batted in. Strike 2 on the outside corner. 0-2 now on Eric Karros. Right-handed batters are taking Rush to right field, and Shawn Green just pulled him to right field. That guy's got one of the best swings in baseball. Doesn't look like he's putting any effort into it, but boy, I want to tell you, the ball really jumps off of his bat. 2 strikes, he deals outside. 1-2. Well, that took a little wind out of this crowd sails. 1-2, too low, 2-2. From the windup, here comes Rush. Swung on, hit to center and deep. Back, and he can't make the play. Jeffrey Hammonds, it's over his head. Eric Karros into second base. with a double off the center field wall, a one-hop double. There's a bunch of Dodger fans here today. I'll tell you what, they're happy. Look down and see those blue Dodger hats. Karros with his third hit today. Well, this one could be a slugfest. Hang in there, folks. Brewers got to Ishii for one in the opening inning. Jenkins hit that ball like a bullet, but right at Grzelcyk for the double play. Bang a couple of more off of him. The pitch hit to left center, very deep, trouble, could be gone, off the wall, and a home run. Brian Jordan has just hit his second home run in this series, and the Dodgers are banging on Glendon Rush big time today. And now we see some stirring in the Brewers bullpen. Jordan with his 8th home run of the year. He has 3 RBIs today. 8-1 Dodgers. And the batter is Marquise Grissom, who lost a home run when Jenkins pulled one back in the ballpark. Down low and outside, ball one. Wow, Glendon Rush has been hit hard here by the Dodgers. Very hard indeed. 2 low, 2-0. Rush in his last outing picked up a win against the Cubs. 2 low on Grissom, 3-0. Brewers won that game back on the 17th here at Miller Park, 6-2. 3-0. Grissom looked low and he walked him. Here comes Grzelcyk. He's the 9th man to bat in the inning. And Dave Stewart heading out there to talk things over with Glendon Rush. Might be a little late for talking now. Left-hander Valerio De Los Santos is up in the Brewers bullpen. Boy, Brian Jordan took a curveball out over the middle and about knee-high and knocked it out of here in left center. Glendon Rush, in his only other start against the Dodgers, worked 2 2/3 innings and gave up 5 earned runs. Swing and a smash foul to the lower seats. Off the bat of Grzelcyk, again trying to go to right field against Rush. Here's the pitch. Inside a ball, 1-1. Down by 7. Here it is. Strike 2 looking. 1 ball and 2 strikes on right-handed batting Mark Grzelcyk. He waits. The pitch hit foul, trying to punch one to right field again. One ball, 2 strikes. You guys start leaning out over the plate like that, you got to start coming inside a little bit more. See where Baco sets up. Inside, here it is. Swung on, line to center. That ball is right down the middle. Glendon Rush has been hit as hard today as he has been all year. The Dodgers have batted around. And that is going to be all for Glendon Rush. Jerry Royster out there to end the day for Glendon Rush, as Chad Kruder, the catcher, will be the batter. So the U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen has been made. Activate your own line today. They connect with you. Back after this on the Brewers Radio Network. All right, De Los Santos is set to work, and Kruder standing in there. 2 are on for the Dodgers. 2 men are out. Delos is ready. Here it is to Kruder. Check, swing, strike, 0-1. All of this scoring happened with 2 outs. Single by Kruder. Ishii trying to bunt. Bunted into a fielder's choice. Is Torres singled. Beltré flied out. Swinging a foul tip. Baco hangs on. But then Shawn Green hit a 3-run home run. Carroll's doubled. Jordan a 2-run home run. Grissom a walk. Base hit by Grzelcyk. Enter De Los Santos. 2 quick strikes. Here it is again. Swing, fly ball to left. Jenkins waiting and makes the grab to finally end this inning. But the Dodgers score 5, and at the end of an inning and a half, it's 8-1 Dodgers. They say if he has a lead of 5 or more, he cannot pitch.
Really?
He's got a 7-run lead today. Let's see what happens. He has his manner has changed. Demeanor out there, as I look at him now, looks totally flustered and nervous. Let's see what he does. Swinging a foul by Hernandez.
Well, look, Bob, he's working from the stretch, and there's not even anybody on base.
That's what I'm saying. Something is. The Brewers are getting to him some way. You got to get this guy. Come on, boys. Battle back here. 1 strike in the pitch. A little bit low on Jose. Brewers and the Padres tomorrow. 3-game weekend series, Saturday, May 25th. That's Family Day. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hernandez took it outside. You can receive 4 Terrace Reserve tickets, 4 sodas, 4 hot dogs, $34. Family Day tickets must be purchased in advance. 414-902-4000. The pitch fouled back by Hernandez. 2-2. Now, you know, there are a lot of pitchers, and I'm sure if you've been out to the ballpark or watched games, a lot of guys that when they get big leads, they seem to lose concentration sometimes. 2-2. Hernandez, a smash down the left field line. All right. Leadoff single, a runner aboard. Get something going here. Paul Baco coming up now. Into today's game, Ishii had worked 50 innings. He'd walked 30. That's a lot. Struck out 53. 16 runs, 15 earned, 2 home runs on 37 base hits. Baco waiting. Pitch to Pauly, good for a strike. And don't forget, coming up on Sunday is Richie Sexson Bobblehead Doll Day. One strike and coming back. Check swing down low, 1-1. First 10,000 kids 16 and under receive a Richie Sexson Bobblehead Doll presented by Pepsi and Jewel-Osco. Limit 1 bobblehead per child, not per ticket, per child. Here's the 1-1. Too high on Baco. 2 balls and a strike. Hernandez leads at first. Ishii checks him and delivers. Baco had a cut and he missed. 2-2. The Brewers have 3 hits against Ishii here in the first couple of innings. He's ready. 2-2. Bacco sends one foul behind the Dodger dugout on the third base side. Ishii is currently the 11th Japanese player in the major leagues and the 14th all time. Here's the stretch and the 2-2. Bacco, a check swing he held. 3-2 now. Ishii in Japan pitched in 6 of the last 10 Japan series, winning championships in 92, 93, 95, 97, 2001. So as I was saying earlier, these guys are seasoned veterans. They're not rookies by any means. 3-2. Bacco drives when the center. It's playable though for Marquise Grissom. Makes the grab. Bacco is gone. And Valerio de los Santos will be the batter. De los Santos is in there. Ishii ready. And showing bunt. De los Santos took it outside, ball 1. Ishii from time to time can be a big strikeout pitcher. This year he struck out 10 against Colorado back on April the 6th. Here's the 1-0. Too low, getting by Kruder, and on to second goes Hernandez. All right, get him in here. It's a wild pitch. Charge to Ishii. 10 for identification. This is the Brewers Radio Network.
News Radio 620.
Your Packers, Brewers, Badgers, Bucks flagship.
WTMJ Milwaukee.
Back with you at Miller Park. Dodgers 8, Brewers 1. We're in the second. In his career in Japan, Ishii averaged 9+ strikeouts per game. There's a strike. 2-1 on Valerio de los Santos. Struck out a career high 241 in 196 innings. The 2-1. Swing and a miss by De Los Santos. 2-2. I was talking with Jerry Royster on his pregame show today about Asian pitchers, those who come from the Far East, and we were talking about pitches in particular. And I think to a pitcher, inside a ball, 3-2, most pitchers that come from Japan, Korea, feature breaking balls. That has been a big pitch in Japanese baseball, having watched games from over there. 3-2, high and inside, he walked the pitcher. All right. So he's prone to a base on balls from time to time too. Now back to the top of the order, and Ron Belliard, who singled and scored in the opening inning. But yeah, Japanese pitchers, and you'll notice some who throw either underhand or sidearm, and they all have that big sweeping curveball. Here's the pitch. Too low on Belliard, ball 1. The players in Japan, for the most part, are not real big home run hitters. In deference to what you see in the United States, they are very, very good at the basics and do a lot of stealing. They hit and run a lot. They do things very well when you're talking about day-to-day stuff. Here's the pitch. Belliard skies one foul. The basics in baseball. Sacrificing. That's one of their strong suits. Although Ishii today failed in his first attempt, but for the most part, that's what they really rely on, and that's what they pound into the players' heads over there. And here's the stretch and the 1-1. Belliard took a curveball strike, 1-2. And for the most part in Japan, players are very much respected by the Japanese fan, and in turn, players over there are. Here's the pitch. Belliard rolls it foul, cognizant of Japanese fans, and leadership, managers in Japan are very, very important, and players. You don't see a lot of players getting into run-ins with their managers over there. That doesn't work over there. It doesn't happen over there. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a bouncer to third, foul. And here, players sometimes have run-ins with managers. They don't like guys and everything else. I mean, coaches, whatever. Over there, missing signs are major happenings. You know what Japanese fans do? The big thing in a Japanese game is to try to pick up the signs from the coaches. That's what they love to do. Here's the 1-2. Belliard, bouncer, third base side. This one's fair. Beltré has that, steps on the bag. They get the force on Hernandez. Belliard aboard with a fielder's choice. Now Loretta, he singled in the opening inning. But yeah, the fans in Japan really get a kick out of being able to steal a sign from a third base coach, or when they think they have one and something happens, it makes them very happy. There was a book on Japanese baseball that was put out some time ago that was very, very interesting. Here's the pitch to Loretta, down low and saved by Kruder. It was called the Bat and the Chrysanthemum. And it talked about Japanese players and their families, and how Japanese players during the off-season go to baseball camps. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Too high on Loretta, 2-0. They go to baseball camps in the winter and you know, maybe spend a month away from their families, where they just sit, teammates talk and look at films and do shadow drills. Here's the 2-0. Loretta skies one to left center. Grissom has this play. He got his hand up in the air, makes the grab, and the inning is over. Well, they had a couple of runners again against Ishii. Failed to score at the end of 2. It's 8-1 Dodgers.
Delos' first pitch right through there, strike one. 89-mile-an-hour fastball from De Los Santos. Now the kick and the pitch. Fastball cut on and fouled away. That one at 92. Fans, tomorrow you can see the Brewers against the Padres. First 20,000 fans will receive a 1992 Topps replica baseball card. Fastball is too high. Of former Brewers All-Star Paul Molitor, courtesy of St. Michael Hospital. Call 414-902-4000 for tickets. A ball and 2 strikes on Ishii, who's 2 for 20 on the year. Swing and a miss, make it 2 for 21. First punch out for De Los Santos. And now it's back to the top of the order, Cesar Izturis. Izturis takes a ball high and outside. One-0, swung on and fouled back off the netting. A ball and a strike on Cesar Izturis. Good-looking rookie shortstop, 2 for 2 in this game. They move him right to the top of the order against left-handed pitching. Low and inside with a breaking ball of some kind from De Los Santos. 8-1, the Dodgers leading here in the top of the third. Left-hander into the motion, his pitch. Swinging a high pop-up into shallow right. Belliard pointing to Ochoa. Alex coming in, calling, and squeezing for the second out. So 2 up and 2 down for Adrián Beltré. Well, last night the Brewers losing the tough game against the Dodgers. I went home. I knew it was a short night with a noon start today, but I still couldn't sleep all that well. So logged onto the computer and pulled up the High Desert Mavericks broadcast last night. They were finishing late on the West Coast, and I believe it's Mike Linscogg. Low and inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Play-by-play announcer of the Brewers California League affiliate. As the Mavericks went into extra innings and then finally won on a walk-off home run by Corey Hart. Swing and a foul tip into and out of the mid of Baco. Adrián Beltré at .266 with 2 home runs and 14 driven in. That made me feel a little better about things. Brewers have a lot of good prospects on that High Desert club. Pitch is low. 2-1, including J.M. Gold, the former #1 draft choice, who's now pitching for that team. He's made a couple of starts, and his velocity has been very good. He's been 93, 94 with a fastball, so he's regained most of his velocity following Tommy John surgery. Low and inside, Beltré skips out of the way, loses his balance, ends up in the left-handed batter's box. 3-1 on Beltré. Shawn Green waiting on deck. He is a one-man wrecking crew in this series. See him next inning with nobody on base. Swinging a foul back by Beltré. Now Corey Hart, the young first base prospect for the Brewers, who leads the California League in RBIs. I believe he's up to 41 now in 42 games, something like that, right at an RBI per game. Payoff pitch is rolled foul, third base side. Hart with 2 outs in the 9th inning, singled to tie the game and force extra innings. Dave Krenzel had a chance to win that game for High Desert, but they intentionally walked Krenzel and pitched to J.J. Hardy and got out of an inning. Swinging a fly ball, pretty well hit right center, but tracking is Hammonds, and on the warning track he makes a leaping grab right in front of the fence. Outfielders are getting a workout today. A 1-2-3 inning for De Los Santos. Beltré hit that ball hard. Good play by Hammonds. We go to the bottom half of the third. It's the Dodgers 8 and the Brewers 1. Hammonds to lead things off for the Brewers here in the third against Ishii. Sexton and Ochoa to follow. Brewers in an 8-1 hole here early on. Jeffrey struck out with a couple of ducks on the pond in the first, and he takes ball 1 inside. But yeah, that High Desert club scrapped back to tie the game in the 9th inning. Krenzel had a chance to win it in the 10th inning, but they worked around him. Krenzel had a big day. He had a home run, 3 RBIs. Ball low and outside. Drew 3 more walks. I think that's 2 straight days that Krenzel has drawn 3 walks in a game. So his on-base percentage banging on the door to .400 now. Swinging a foul away by Hammonds. And then after Lake Elsinore scored a run in the top of the 11th inning to take an 8-7 lead, High Desert came back in the bottom of the 11th inning. Manny Ramirez, young catching prospect, came up with a base hit as a pinch hitter. Then Peter Zaccolillo, who's hitting .370, also got a base hit, swinging a foul away by Hammonds. And then Corey Hart, can't remember the second or third pitch he saw, ripped one about 18 miles to center for a walk-off 3-run home run and a 10-8 High Desert win. High Desert in first place now in their division in the California League, playing very good baseball. And Corey Hart's having a huge year. 11 home runs for Hart. Line drive, base hit to right. That'll push Hammond's average over .310 for the season. Richie Sexton will be the batter now. Derry Hammond, who's had a woeful year, had a big night last night with 4 hits, including 2 home runs. High Desert had to tie that game up in the 8th inning and in the 9th inning and come from behind in the 11th inning. So they showed a lot of character. Mavericks under the guidance of Mike Caldwell. Fastball is high and inside, ball 1. J.J. Hardy 1 for 6 in that game, average at .259. Froilan Villanueva 0 for 5, hitting a .195 as Sexson fouls one off. What was impressive about that 11th inning rally is that it came against the Lake Elsinore closer. He's one of the best in the California League. And just bang, 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 three quick runs and walk off the field. Another impressive minor league performance took place for the Beloit Snappers last night. Matt Yeatman swinging a ground ball foul, third base side. Count a ball and 2 strikes on Big Richie. Sexson walking his first time, average at .246, on base percentage now at .290. 12 home runs, 38 RBIs. He's hit a bit of a dry spell here. Right hand hitter waiting. Ishii comes set and delivers high and outside with a fastball. 93 miles an hour from Ishii. And Matt Yeatman with 5 more scoreless innings for the Beloit Snappers. He drops his ERA down to 1.30. Fastball is up and in. Beloit beating Michigan 5-1 last night. 5 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts for Yeatman, who's now 6-1. He's won 6 straight games and lowers his ERA to 1.30. Brad Nelson had 2 more doubles in that game and drove in 3. And there's ball 4 low. So Sexson works Ishii for a walk. And the Brewers have the first 2 men on here in the 3rd. Alex Ochoa walked to drive in a run in the first inning against Ishii. And he's standing in again here. Yeatman, along with just about every member of that vaunted Beloit starting rotation, still has not shown the same kind of velocity that he did last year in rookie ball. Breaking ball strike. That's the amazing thing about his 1.30 ERA in the 6-game winning streak, is he's basically throwing 88 to 90, maybe touching 91. The Brewers believe that he and Mike Jones, who's been in a similar range velocity wise. John Stites, 0-1 pitch, swinging a fly ball foul left side. Ochoa way out in front, looking it deep into the stands. Brewers believe that as the weather warms up here in the Midwest in the next month or so, their velocities will warm up. All those guys throwing in the mid-90s last year, but mainly in the upper 80s, around 90 so far this season, but still having some success. I mean, Yeatman's having a lot of success, obviously. 1.30 ERA speaks for itself. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Nasty hook from Ishii. That is the 2nd strikeout for the Dodger left-hander. So 2 on, 1 out, and here's Jenkins, who hit an absolute rocket right at Gresolanek in the first inning that the Dodgers turned into a 4-6-3 double play. Ishii, with that big hook, is very tough on left-handed batters. That's a tough matchup for Jenkins. Swing and a miss, strike 1. I saw him pitching against the Colorado Rockies with a couple of the top left-handed batters in all of baseball, Larry Walker and Todd Helton, and he made them both look foolish. I mean, just mowing them down. There's the breaking ball. Jenkins gets a little piece of it and fouls it off into the right-handed batter's box. The 2 questions about Ishii. Number 1, can he stay healthy? He hasn't had a very big workload in his years in Japan, and he's had injury problems dating back to his Japanese league days. So his ability to answer the bell every 5 days and rack up 200+ innings is in question. Swinging a foul back by Jeff. (0-2) on Jeff Jenkins. And the other question revolves around his ability to throw strikes. He walked a lot of men in Japan, and he's walked a lot of men so far in Major League Baseball. Four walks in this game, and 34 walks now for the year in 52 innings. His curveball is not really the big 12-6 type. He's bringing it at more like about 3 o'clock and having it sweep across the strike zone. So right-handed batters get a decent look at him, but lefties very tough. There's the breaking ball. Jenkins tried to check his swing and he couldn't. Now that pitch ended up a foot outside and in the dirt, and Jenkins still could not hold up. That tells you how deceptive that breaking ball is. He comes down about 3/4. That's his release point with a curveball, and it really sweeps away from left-handed batters. The Brewers, with their current roster construction, didn't really have the option of going to an all right-handed batting outfield today. I'm sure Jerry Royster would have liked to have had a Ryan Thompson or an Izzy Alcantara to plug in there. There's a ball outside, 1 ball and no strikes on Jose Hernandez. 8-1 the Dodgers leading in the bottom half of the third. They've out hit the Crew 9-4. Left-handed batters hitting only .206 against Ishii this year. Jenkins did get a good rip at him his first time up. That was on a fastball. Now if you're a left-handed batter and you see something straight, you better swing. 2 on, 2 out, the 1-0 pitch. Swinging a foul back. Hernandez at .281 with 9 home runs and 26 driven in. Fans, you can do your balloting for the All-Star team. Jose Hernandez certainly worthy of some votes. Brewers would like to see him challenge for a starting job in the All-Star game along with Richie Sexson. And you can ballot online at MLB.com or MilwaukeeBrewers.com. Breaking ball is low and inside. 2 balls and a strike. Ishii is already at 70 pitches as he works the third inning. Well, he's not long for this game. Swinging a foul back. Brewers have been doing a better job here in the last week or 10 days of having some patience at the plate, drawing a few walks. 3 key walks in that 8-run outburst in the opening game of this series. And as we mentioned, they've drawn 4 walks off Ishii already in this game. The 2-2 is in the dirt. Our farm report is brought to you each day by the Wisconsin corn growers. Ethanol is a powerful fuel, not just in your car, but in our economy. Over the next decade, ethanol could reduce our use of imported oil by 1.6 billion barrels. Now that's harvesting the power of corn. Runners will be off with the 3-2 pitch. There they go. Here it is. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Ishii comes back and fans the side. With 2 on and nobody out, Ochoa, Jenkins, and Hernandez all down on strikes. End of 3. Glendon Rush didn't hang around too long. De Los Santos goes an inning and a third, and now Glendon and Valerio give way to Brian Millette. Luis Lopez into the game for the Brewers as well. There's a fastball outside, ball 1. Lopez comes into the game at shortstop, with Jose Hernandez getting the rest of the day off. strike on the corner, and it's 1-1 on Shawn Green. Green has doubled in a run and scored and jacked a 3-run home run. 3 bombs in the series and 7 runs driven in. Swinging a fly ball, well struck, right center field, back toward the bullpen, and it's gone again, over the pen. Shawn Green has done it again. He came into this series with 2 home runs for the season. He's hit 4 in this series. Second multi-home run game out of a 3-game set here at Miller Park. Unbelievable. Eric Karros hits one down the right field line toward the corner, and it is foul. I don't know if they want to maybe think about pitching Shawn Green a little differently. That ball must look like a big beach ball to him right now. He is hammering everything the Brewers throw his way. Shawn Green. 9-1. The Dodgers leading in the top of the 4th inning. Breaking ball strike. Hey, let's take a Comstar email question in this game. Why not? Until the Brewers can hopefully chip away at this lead. We'll talk about some other stuff. Check swing. Strike 3 called outside corner. Karros is gone. Millette with his first strikeout. Lopez, by the way, will bat 9th in the order for the Brewers, with Brian Millette going into Hernandez's spot, which is 7th. So Lopez will bat 2nd in the bottom of the 4th inning. Swinging a fly ball toward the gap in left center field. That's going to drop in for a hit. Hammonds cuts it off and throws it back in. Jordan holding it first with a long single. Brian Jordan is now 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs. His 8th home run. He has 2 bombs in the series. Ordinarily, we'd be talking about what a great series he's had. Yeah, if you've got an email question you'd like to submit for us to toss around during our broadcast today, go to questionofthegame.com. Questionofthegame.com. And submit your Comstar email question. And if we use it on the air, you'll receive a free Brewers baseball cap. Fastball is inside to Marquise Grissom. A little bit outside. 2 balls and no strikes. 11 hits now for the Dodgers. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Brian Millette really emerged as a pitching prospect last year with the Brewers at the minor league level. Swinging a ground ball pulled wide of 3rd. Foul territory. Grissom at 276 with 3 home runs and 14 driven in. Millette's always had good velocity. His command got a lot better last year. And with good stuff and decent command, he became a force at the minor league level. Swung on and fouled away. Brian's 27 years old, so he's not a kid. Brewers' goal is to get these guys going and through the minor league system and get them to the big leagues when they're about 22 or 23. There's a ball high. That's the kind of pace they're putting their young prospects like Dave Krenzel and Corey Hart, etc. J.J. Hardy on the fast track right now. There's ball 4 high. Marquise Grissom, who is loath to walk, draws one here from Millette. He's walked twice in this game. I don't believe Marquise Grissom has ever walked twice in a major league game. I'm kidding, but he hasn't done it very often. Millette last year began to turn some heads at Double-A Huntsville He had an ERA of 3.30 in the California League in 2000, which wasn't bad. But dropped it to 196 for Huntsville last year. There's a strike called. 0-1 on Gresselanek. 7-2 record and 17 saves at AA. 71 punch-outs in 55 innings. I mean, that's stellar work. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a slider. He throws the bat. Now it ends up over by the on-deck circle. 12 games at AAA. They decided to give him a taste up at AAA. He did even better. 0-1 record, but an ERA of 1.06, 23 strikeouts in 17 innings, and only 10 hits allowed. He dropped his walk rate last year. That was the big difference. This year he's been on the Milwaukee-Indianapolis shuttle almost all year. Been a little tough for him to get into any kind of a pitching rhythm, and now he's working in an unfamiliar role as the long man for the Brewers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So he gets Gresselanek. His second strikeout. 2 men on, and now 2 out for Chad Kreuter. Brian Millette, 6 foot, 185 pounds, out of Glenwood, Georgia. Another Southern boy. In fact, he's a big fan of the Dogs, University of Georgia football team. Go Dogs. That makes me a big fan of him. Fastball all the way back to the screen. Runners will advance to second and third. That ball hitting near the screen on the fly. VWP we put into our book. Very wild pitch. Now base hit can score 2 more Dodger runs. It's already 9-1 Los Angeles. Undeterred, they party on in the deck. Brewers Radio Network folks are here. Then now they will intentionally walk Chad Kreuter, and Millette will work to Kazuhisa Ishii. It will be the second walk by Millette. And the bases will be loaded with 2 down for the Dodger pitcher. Here comes ball 4 intentionally outside. Yeah, our friends at WTCH in Shawano are represented. Bruce Grassman is here. Tina Bertzer, Ken Williamson, Eric Voigt, Ron Henn. Scott Ascola is here from WHBL in Sheboygan. WDOR in Sturgeon Bay represented today. Eddie Allen's here, Danny Allen, Sean Johnson. That's the station that bases loaded, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Ishii. Fastball right through there for a strike. That's the station that the Brewers president Wendy Seelig-Prieb listens to, and she's on vacation up in that area. Slapped down the left field line, slicing though, and foul. Ishii flirting with an extra base hit. WDUX in Wapaka. I had a good chat with those folks today. Bill Laird, Jack Berry, Giles Bellin, Terry Nellis. Hope I'm getting all these names right. Fastball is outside. WSAU in Wausau. Talked with Tom Weaver, who's here. WFHR in Wisconsin Rapids, Terry Stake. It sure was great to see Bill Haig here at the ballpark. The architect of the Brewers Radio Network. Fly ball, left field line into foul territory. Jeff Jenkins runs to take it in and end the inning. Ishii kept flailing away trying to punch one down that left field line. He finally flies out down there. The Dodgers strand 3 men. That it's not something that the fans would be hearing. I've enjoyed reading all the misinformation and suppositions that people have leapt to when talking about the roof in the ballpark all year. Paul Bacco with a swing and a miss, strike 1. But no, the fans were not holding their ears and running for cover as the roof opened. You couldn't hear anything. 0-1 pitch. He is on the corner. It's 0-2. Everybody involved says the roof is fully operational. Nobody has said that it's not safe to operate the roof, contrary to the misperceptions that are out there in many quarters. Swing and a miss by Bacco. Ishii fans the left-handed swinging catcher. And now Luis Lopez, switch hitter, will turn around and bat right against the southpaw. But because the noise cannot be fully explained by the engineers at this point, Stadium District and the Brewers wisely protecting their investment and erring on the side of caution. That's why they've limited the use of the roof. They've been opening it and closing it every day. It's not like it's just stayed closed all the time. They open it up and let the sunshine get in here and the rain and try and help the grass out. They just haven't been doing it after games and during games like last year. But today they opened it up for the public, and it was a welcome sight. Swinging a foul away by Luis. A ball and a strike on Lopez. It honestly makes me crack up every time I read, especially from outside Milwaukee, but even inside this area, you'll read opinions in a newspaper or on the internet or whatever from people who want to just slam Miller Park. There's a pitch inside. Everybody likes to kick dirt on the dead, and the ball club has not been playing well, so there's been a little piling on going on. That's fine. That goes along with losing. But how many times have you read the roof leaks and it doesn't work and blah, blah, blah? Low and inside, 3-1. The roof was never expected to be airtight. They always knew there would be some water that would get in. There's some water that gets into all the retractable domes in baseball. For some reason they don't talk about Enron Field or Safeco or anywhere else. Swinging a pop-up on the infield. Who wants it? Ishii's pointing to the third baseman Beltré, and he's got it. Lopez retired. 2 gone in the 4th. And now it's back to the top of the order in Ronnie Belliard. Well, a group here from Rice Lake, 108th grade students from Rice Lake Middle School here. Ordinarily they're back home listening on WJMC 1240 AM. And today they're at the yard. Nice to have you here. Swing and a miss by Ronnie. 1 for 2 in the game. Our thanks to Stephanie Schmidt, who's helping to run the Brewers Radio Network. Nice to see her out here at the ballpark. Carl Mall, John Schweitzer, Angie Pools. Low and inside. Count goes to 1-1 on Belliard. 9-1. The Dodgers cruising here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Ishii at 83 pitches. Belliard spits on ball 2, 2-1. Brewers had one other good performance at the minor league level yesterday. Jeff Deerdorf cracked a couple of home runs for the Huntsville Stars. Low and inside, 3-1. Huntsville did lose that game to West Tennessee 6-4, their 5th consecutive loss. Indy and Huntsville not playing very well right now. Low and outside, ball 4. Belliard draws the 2-out walk. That's 5 walks by Ishii. Brewers have stranded 6 men in this game. Mark Loretta heading to the plate right now, 1 for 2 so far in this afternoon's game. That's why it's nice to see High Desert and Beloit playing pretty good baseball. High Desert in first place right now. Swinging a fly ball to left field and playable for Brian Jordan, drifting toward the line. He will take it to retire the side. But it's nice to see that the first 2 waves of the prospects being generated by the Brewers scouting and player development offices getting it done on the field and winning some games. Hopefully that will continue as they continue to climb the ladder toward the big leagues.
Financing on select vehicles. Cash allowances up to $2,500 on most models. And 7-year, 100,000-mile protection on engines and transmissions. Because only Chrysler offers them all. Great products, great protection, great value. Take the Chrysler Challenge. Financing for qualified buyers, cash allowances of $1,500 to $2,500 depending on model. See dealer for a copy of this limited warranty. Non-transferable, a deductible applies. Offer extended through 5/31.
News Radio 620 WTMJ.
Dodgers 9, Brewers 1. We go to the 5th. Here's Bob Uecker.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. And first ball hitting, Cesar Izturis wrapped one right back to the mound. Millette grabbed it and threw him out. Here's Adrián Beltré, and he takes a strike on the inside corner. 9-1 Dodgers. And the pitch. Too high and off the outside corner. It's even at a ball and a strike. The Dodgers have 9 runs on 11 hits. Here it is, swinging a foul back. Home runs today. Shawn Green has a pair again. Brian Jordan has hit one. Dodgers with 45 home runs on the year. Correction, I'll run that by you again. 35 home runs on the year. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, a fly on the infield. In foul territory. Loretta's going to be out of room by about 2 rows. Still a ball and 2 strikes on Beltré. Shawn Green is next. And the pitch. He struck him out swinging, and there are 2 away. Third strikeout for Brian Millette. Here's Green. He hit a solo home run against Millette back in the 4th. From the stretch, Millette ready, and here it is. High and outside for a ball. From the stretch, here it is. Swung on, he's just hit another one. Shawn Green with his 3rd home run today. And the Dodgers now lead 10-1. I don't know what was holding him back in the first month of the season, but Shawn Green has busted out in this series. His 3rd today. It's his 5th home run in this series. Dodgers now with 12 hits, 10 runs, and Eric Karros is the batter. The 2nd time in his career that Shawn Green has hit 3 home runs in a game. The pitch, a ball outside. You know, the one thing about Green, and again, I don't like anybody hitting 3 home runs in a game, or 1 home run in a game for that matter. There's a ball outside, 2-0. But the one thing about Green, he hits the ball, puts his head down, and runs. He doesn't stand there and watch. He's 2-0, and the pitch. Swung on, hit to right. Back is Ochoa to make the catch and end the inning. He's matter of fact about the home runs, not aloof by any means, but he's getting the job done. He hits it and he runs, and back to the dugout. No big celebration. Sexton to follow, then Ochoa. Ishii delivers down low and inside, ball 1. Nice to have a big gang from EMC Insurance out here at the ballpark today. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch. Too high and outside. 2-0. Ishii trying to go 7-1. Swinging a pop-up by Hammonds. It's playable on the infield. Adrián Beltré kind of backpedaling, then comes in, then backpedals again, and makes the catch. Hammonds is gone. Richie Sexton coming up now. He's walked twice. Tell you what, despite the fact that the Brewers are down 10-1, these kids are whooping and hollering for the Crew to get a couple of runs on the board here. Got a gang from Sunny Ridge Nursing Home here at the ballpark today. Mark Meisner with that. Here's a swing and a bouncer wide of third, base hit. Mark Meisner with that group from EMC Insurance. out here hopefully enjoying the day anyway. Every Friday at Miller Park is a U.S. Bank Autograph Friday. Each Friday, 6 to 10 players and the coaches will sign autographs prior to the game. That's compliments of U.S. Bank. For tickets, 414-902-4000. Ishii ready, so is Ochoa. And the pitch a little bit low, and it's a ball and no strikes. Ochoa today with a walk and a strikeout. Ishii has walked 5 and struck out 5. Ochoa took a strike. One and one on the Brewers right fielder.
Bob, are you surprised that Ochoa has not gotten more playing time this
Yes,
year?
I am. And the pitch. Too low, getting by Chad Kruder. That's going to be a wild pitch. Yeah, I thought Alex Ochoa, Jim, after he was reacquired by the Brewers, would see more playing time. I guess the reason he hasn't is because of Alex Sanchez. But I really did. I thought he would get more playing time. He had a very good spring, a very hot spring. And not that that is any sign that you're going to have a major year, because the pitching gets a little bit different. But Ochoa smash up the middle, a base hit to center. Richie Sexton around third. He's going to score the Brewers' second run. Give him something to holler about here. Ochoa hit one right back at Ishii. Ochoa with his second RBI in the game, his 9th on the year, and here's Jenkins. But the reason I thought that he might, Jim, is in what we saw from Alex Ochoa last year, on a couple of occasions he beat the Brewers. Once here and once in Cincinnati. Pitch to Jenkins, curve and a beauty for a strike. And then he went on to Colorado. But in what we saw from Ochoa when he was around here the first time, I liked him. I really did. I like the way he goes about business. He enjoys playing. Jenkins drives one to center. Grissom back, and he'll make the catch. Twice today, Jenkins has hit it right on the screws, but nothing to show for it. But again, after watching him early in his career and just the way he went about his business, I said, loves to run, throw. He got a great arm, pretty good in the outfield, hits with a little power from time to time. But I kind of thought he'd be out there.
But, he's in the last year of his contract too. I sort of thought if the Brewers fell out of contention that Alex might see more playing time in an attempt to maybe showcase him for a possible deal.
Eric Young takes one down low. I thought they'd play him because he might help.
That too.
1 ball and no strikes. Ishii ready. Eric Young, broken bat ground ball to short. His Torres has it and throws him out to end the inning. Well, they add 1 on a couple of hits. Leave 1. To the 6th we move. 10-2 Dodgers. We have the Dodgers on here in the top half of inning number 6. And Mike Buddy is the new Brewers pitcher, and he delivers a strike on Brian Jordan. Whoop. New hitter now for the Dodgers, pinch hitter. This is Hiram Boca Chica. Batting for Brian Jordan. 2 strikes on him. Mike Buddy is the new Brewers pitcher. Buddy ready, and here it is. Too low and popping away from Paul Bacco. 10 for identification here. This is the Brewers Radio Network.
News Radio 620.
Your Packers, Brewers, Badgers, Bucks flagship.
WTMJ, Milwaukee.
Here's the pitch, a swing and a line drive right at Belliard, and Boca Chica is retired. Hit it hard, but right at Belly. Here's Marquise Grissom. You know, I was wondering whether we were going to see Boca Chica or not. He's batting only .216, but with the Dodgers up, swinging a foul by Grissom. Dodgers up by 8. He's in the lineup today. I don't care whether he hits or not. I like his name, Hiram Boca Chica. 1 strike to Grissom. He has walked twice and knocked in a run with a sac fly. Too low. Jeff Jenkins back in the opening inning with 2 on. Took a home run away from Grissom when he made a leaping catch and pulled that ball back in the park. Too low, 2 balls and a strike. The Dodgers about hit the Brewers today 12-6. LA with 4 home runs in the game. Grissom a swing and a foul again. Two balls and 2 strikes. Coming back, swung on, fly to shallow left, and caught by Luis Lopez. Beautiful grab by Lopez, running wide open with his back to the infield, and he made the catch as he hit the deck. Nicely done by Luis. And we have a pinch batter now for Gredzolanic. This is Alex Cora. Batting .273 without a home run. Buddy ready in the pitch. Swing, pop up. Foul territory and out of play. One strike, 2 outs. And the next offering drops a little bit low. Here comes Buddy. Swung on, line to short. I'll tell you what, they're hitting him hard, but they're right at somebody. Dodgers still wailing away at the end of 5 1/2, 10-2 Los Angeles. Baco standing in there against left-hander Kazuhisu Kazuhisu, I should say, and the pitch. There's a strike. And it's 0-1. Kids ages 8 to 15 registered today for the 2002 Brewers Gatorade Youth Camps. Summer camps located throughout the state of Wisconsin. 1 strike and Ishii deals 2 low. 414-902-4422 for more information. Baco today, a fly ball and a strikeout. Lopez to follow, then Belliard. Swing and a miss on a low inside fastball. Hiram or Hiram. Boca Chica stays in the game to play in left. And Alex Cora is the new second baseman. And the 1-2 pitch. A little bit high on a bender, 2-2. Baco's average at .278. Here it is. Struck him out swinging. Baco gone. Another strikeout for Ishii. Here is Luis Lopez. Kids ages 8 to 17. Like to talk baseball? Take them to any Wisconsin Mills Fleet Farm store and let them talk there. Yeah, they can enter there to be a Brewers Radio Network rookie broadcaster. Join us up here in the booth. For details, see the sporting goods desk at Mills Fleet Farm. And look around Mill Sweet Farm. You'll find anything you want in that place. Here's the 1-0. It's down low, 2-0. They got it all. Two balls and no strikes. And the pitch too high. It is 3-0. And the next offering outside, he walks another. 6 walks, 6 strikeouts for Ishii. Here's Ronnie Belliard with a single, a ground out, and a walk. The pitch. Strike on the outside corner on Belliard. Kazuhisa Ishii, left-hander, throws in the low 90s, I guess. Very good breaking ball. Swinging a base hit to left for Belliard. 2 around now for Mark Loretta. 1 man out here in the Brewers' half of the 6th. Here's Loretta. Single and 2 fly balls. He singled his first time up today. The sign from Chad Kreuter. The pitch to low is high and outside, ball 1. Guillermo Mota, a right-hander, is up for the Dodgers. And the pitch. There's a strike on Loretta. 1-1. Other games today. Florida trying to right their ship, leading Cincinnati 5-4 in the 8th. Boy, the Reds have been hot. Playing very well. Loretta lines a base hit to left. And Lopez will hold at third as the ball is dropped by Boca Chica. Gary Allenson was holding Lopez at third. Boca Chica was going to go to second with the throw. He then bobbled the ball, but it was too late by then, and we may get a pitching change here. Jim Tracy heading out of the Dodger dugout, and we are going to get the change. Brought to you by U.S. Cellular. They connect with you back after this on the Brewers Radio Network. We're in the 6th. 10-2 Dodgers. All right, here's Hammonds. Need a long ball here.
You're always looking for talent.
Inside on Hammonds. 1 ball and no strikes.
Take a breather every once in a while.
Do you remember
Just
that
relax.
guy? Do you remember the guy?
I don't, no.
I
did see McHale's Navy when I was a kid, but I don't remember much about it.
Yeah, okay. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Too low on Jeffrey. 2-0. How about an 8-run inning again? Let's go. Have some fun out here today.
8-run inning, you're right back in this thing.
That would be a right back in it. Yep. You right on everything, man. 2-0. Hammonds fights it off and fouls. First base side and out of play.
I know it looks like I'm not paying attention over here, but I'm
not from me.
Yeah, I'm
not
dialed
from me.
in.
Other people may get that impression in the booth, although there's nobody else in here except Kent. And is Stephanie Schmidt still here today?
Nope, she's gone.
All right.
She's down in the Founders Suite now, hanging out with the beautiful people.
Sure. 2-1. Swinging a double play ball. It is. It's Torres, Cora, and Karros. Hit it hard, but right at him. 6-4-3. And the inning is over after 6. 10-2 Dodgers.
All right, thank you, Bob. Chad Kreuter to lead things off against Mike Buddy. Alex Sanchez has come into the game for Jerry Royster. He's playing center field. Jeffrey Hammonds shifts over to right field. Alex Ochoa is in left. Ball outside, 1 ball and no strikes. I'm a little surprised that it would be Ochoa who would move to left field. Alex has the best arm on the team. Line drive just beyond the glove of Ronnie Belliard. A base hit to right. Jeffrey Hammonds picks it up and throws it back. Leadoff single for Kruder off Mike Buddy. I mean, when you think about a right fielder's arm, Alex Ochoa is a prototype. But it's Hammonds in right and Ochoa in left. Mota the hitter. Runner at first and nobody out in the Dodgers 7th. It's 10-2 Los Angeles. Swing and a miss, strike 1. We are sneaking right up on the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by Pick and Save, where you're always able to stretch your food dollar. 13 hits for the Dodgers in this game. Changeup swung on, missed. John Hancock All-Star Fan Fest, a 5-day interactive baseball spectacular, is at the Midwest Express Center July 5th through the 9th. Tickets available at the Miller Park box office, tickets.com outlets, and at MilwaukeeBrewers.com. Curveball, strike 3 called. Mota dismissed on 3 pitches. And that will bring up, I believe this is Jeff Rebele. Veteran utility man Jeff Rebele. So his tourist goes 2 for 4. Fastball is inside, ball 1. Not what the Brewers had in mind when they rolled out of bed this morning. There's a breaking ball low and inside. Glendon Rush, 8 earned runs in an inning and 2/3. His ERA goes from 3.73 to 4.79. 2-0 fastball is a strike. And Buddy misses outside to make the count 3-1. Ishii goes 5 1/3, allowing 2 runs on 8 hits and 6 walks. Swinging a foul away by Rebele. The Brewers have stranded 10 men in 6 innings. All those base runners. 14 base runners in 5 1/3 innings, and the Brewers only scoring 2 times. Rebele grounds it foul. Brewers injury report brought to you by Habish, and Rotier. When accidents or injuries happen to someone you love, rely on the experience, honesty, and expertise of Habish, and Rotier. Why choose anyone else? Well, Chad Fox, it has been announced, heading out on Saturday. Strike 3 called, outside corner. Rebele is gone. Buddy with another good hook. Runner at first and 2 down now. And Beltré will bat. Yeah, Chad Fox is headed down to Double-A Huntsville on a minor league rehab assignment, and he'll be joined down there by Curtis Leskanic. Boy, are those kids in some trouble. Grounded weakly out toward the mound. Mike Buddy with a bare hand pickup and a throw to first to retire Beltré. So the leadoff hit doesn't help the Dodgers. They strand a man. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Time to get up and stretch him out. With your score, Los Angeles 10 and Milwaukee 2. Richie Sexson to lead things off for the Crew. He's had a good day. 2 walks, a single, a run scored. Sexton's average at .250 now. He's raised his on-base percentage almost 10 points in this game alone. And he takes strike 1. Kids ages 8 to 14 can enter to win the Brewers Piggly Wiggly Kellogg's honorary Bat Boy Bat Girl contest. Have a photo taken with a player, receive an honorary Bat Boy Bat Girl t-shirt, and 4 tickets to a Brewers game. Enter at a local Piggly Wiggly store. 0-2 now on Richie. A lanky right-hander swivels and delivers. Fastball is too high. But to conclude the Brewers injury report, Curtis Leskanic will throw for Huntsville on Friday. There's a ball outside. And then Chad Fox will begin his minor league rehab assignment on Saturday. They're expecting, I believe it's Indianapolis going to Buffalo. And the weather is not supposed to be good this weekend. Pitch is low and inside, 3-2. So the Brewers opting to send Leskanic from Indy down to Huntsville to the warmer climes. He'll be joined by his buddy Chad Fox. Swinging a ground ball hit to the shortstop. It bobbled briefly by Rebele, and then a low throw that skitters on past Eric Karros. That one ends up in the camera pit. It'll go as a hit for Ritchie, and then an error. Dave Hansen is the, to correct that, Dave Hansen in the game at first base for Los Angeles with an ole on that throw from Jeff Rebele. Now they're going to rule that a straight error all the way, or a hit and an error. A little bit high to Alex Ochoa. Now they're going to rule it an E6 all the way. Okay. Two base error. Ground ball foul wide of third by Ochoa. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, those Double-A kids have no idea what's about to happen in their clubhouse with Foxy, and no need to panic. We've got Leskanic going into that clubhouse. Are you kidding me? Pure carnage. Line foul down the first base side. Well, that'll be a great experience. It's always a good experience for the minor leaguers when the big leaguers come in on a rehab assignment. Most of the guys, the big leaguers, when they go down, they take the guys out after games and, of course, pick up all the tabs and spin yarns about life in the big leagues. Try and help the youngsters. Grounded up the middle weakly. Cora to his right fields. Off balance throw gets Ochoa. Sexton moves to third. 1 out. Good play by Cora. And now Alex Sanchez will be the batter. Sanchez at .284, no home runs, 11 driven in. Jamie Wright, of course, the other part of the injury report, will come off the disabled list in time for the game tomorrow to start against the San Diego Padres. Wright against Brian Tolberg at 7:05. We'll look forward to seeing Jamie start after 3 minor league rehab appearances. Fouled away by Sanchez. Talked with Nick Neugebauer prior to the game today. He said he's still not he's not picking up a ball, and nobody's telling him when he's going to be able to pick up a ball. They're still comparing his recent MRI with the pictures taken of his shoulder during the surgery last year. Swinging a foul away, but at this point they haven't seen really any structural differences from last year to this year, so that's good news. He's just got some tendonitis in there, and they're working him over pretty good with anti-inflammatories, trying to get the tendonitis and the inflammation out of the shoulder. And then at some point I'm sure there'll be some shoulder strengthening going on. It's the rotator cuff itself, which is a muscle that has been injured. Swinging a foul away by Alex. It has been strained, so they'll work it out and heal it up just like you would if you pulled a calf or a thigh or whatever. Noogie was in good spirits today, and I think he's pleased to know that they've taken a long look MRI wise at that shoulder and not found any major problems in there. That's a relief. Pitch is outside to Sanchez, a ball and 2 strikes. Well, let's check out our email bin here. Anthony Grappenthien from Green Bay, Wisconsin, with our first one here. And his question is, do you think instant replay has a place in baseball? Sanchez fouls away another. And he says, I think giving the managers 2 opportunities per game would be okay as long as the review is held to a minute or less. You know, there are a lot of baseball traditionalists, Anthony, who have always just immediately dismissed any talk about instant replay being in the game of baseball. 1-2 pitch, check swing, tapper, foul. I'm not so sure that at some point in the future there may be some sort of video officiating, if you will, that's incorporated into the game of baseball along with all the other games as the technology gets better and better. They've already got that Defense Department technology stuff with the radar. Pitch by Mota is hit on the ground to third. Fielded by Beltré. Long throw across in time. Sanchez retired. Sexton holds his ground at third, and now there are 2 down. And now Lenny Harris will bat. He'll bat for Mike Buddy. Brewers have activity in their bullpen. Right-hander up out there. That's Jose Cabrera. Harris at 171. Here's the pitch by Mota. It's a fastball on the corner for a strike. Personally, especially as they continue, I wouldn't mind it if they had a superimposed radar video strike zone that called the balls and strikes, and you didn't even have a home plate umpire as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I'm a traditionalist in many respects. I love baseball, and one of the things I like most about the game is its history. And I'm a very traditional type guy, but if they can find a way to improve the game and take bad calls out of the way. There's a fastball high and outside. Home plate umpires actually do a very good job for the most part. They're 90% or better on their ball and strike calls, and they're getting graded rather aggressively now by Major League Baseball. Much closer supervision of the umpires since the deal was cut with the new union last year. 1-2 pitch. Harris takes strike 3, and the 7th inning is all over. And I'm not saying the umpires are going to be replaced anytime soon or ever. I'm sure there always will be umpires in the game, but if they can find a way to improve the product, whether it's instant replay that's effectively and efficiently done, or even calling the balls and strikes with a superimposed strike zone, hey, I'm all for it. If it makes the game better, I give it the thumbs up. End of 7, Dodgers 10, Brewers 2. Shawn Green going for a 4th home run as we go to the 8th. Jose Cabrera on the mound. Bob Uecker at the mic.
All right, Jim, and Cabrera ready for Shawn Green, and the pitch to him, high and outside, ball 1. Green with a shot to hit 4 home runs today. 3-run blast in the 2nd. Solo shot in the 4th. Solo shot in the 5th. Swinging a line drive, base hit to center. Green with another hit. What a day for Shawn Green. He has doubled, hit 3 home runs, and singled. 5 for 5. Six runs batted in today for Green. And the pitch to Hansen is high for a ball. Jose Cabrera is the new Brewers pitcher. Hansen waiting. And the 1-0. That's a strike about knee high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dave Hansen. He's a left-handed batter. And the pitch, he popped it up. Who wants it? It's going to be Mark Loretta in fair territory. And the Dodgers, let's see, are we going to get a pinch hitter now, or? Nope. This is Hiram Boca Chica. Boca Chica batted back in the 6th inning and lined to Belliard. Cabrera ready, and his first pitch is down low and outside, ball 1. Big day for the Dodgers. 10 runs on 14 hits. 5 for Shawn Green. Brian Jordan hit a home run today. Here's the pitch. Here's another home run by Boca Chica. Back to the wall and gone. The Dodgers with a full-blown barrage here today. Boca Chica has just hit his 3rd of the year, and the Dodgers now lead 14-2. He hit a 1-0 pitch to the seats and left. Well, they're hanging one on the crew here today. 12-2 now. And the pitch to Grissom down low and outside. 12-2. I said 14. I want nothing like that to happen. There's a strike, 1-1. That was not a cheap home run either. Grissom sends a bouncer to the hole. Backhand Lopez sets up and throws and got him with a nice pick by Richie Sexton on the other end. Heck of a play both ways. Grissom and Beltré are the only Dodgers, with the exception of the pitcher, without a base hit today. They have 15 hits, 12 runs. Here's Cora looking at a strike, 0-1. Two men are out, 1 strike, and Cabrera's set to work. There's a swing and a foul back, and it's 0-2. Kazuhisa Ishii started this game, if you joined us late. Worked 5+ innings. Allowed 2 runs earned on 8 hits. Cabrera's 0-2 delivery. Swung on and fouled. Nothing and 2. Winding, here it is. Swung on and popped foul. This one's going to get out of play. Tomorrow it's the Padres in here, and hopefully some better news for you. It has been the Dodgers from the opening inning. They got 3 in the first. The Brewers picked up 1 in their half of the inning on a bases loaded walk, high and outside. Since then, the Dodgers with 5 in the second, single tallies in the 4th and 5th. The Brewers added 1 more in the 5th inning. And the Dodgers with 2 here in the 8th. Swinging a fly to center. Playable. Sanchez back now, coming in a couple of steps. Makes the catch and the inning ends. But not before the Dodgers get 2 more. On 2 hits, leave none. At the end of 7 1/2, it is 12-2 Dodgers. Baco to be followed by Luis Lopez and then Ronnie Belliard. Here's the pitch to Baco, a swing and a bouncer, foul. And it's 0-1. Guillermo Moto has left the game. One strike on Paul Baco. And the pitch. Swing and a bouncer, wide of third, base hit to left. The new Dodger pitcher is left-hander Jeff Williams. All right, here is Luis Lopez, the switch-hitting Brewers shortstop. Williams ready, and here it is to Luis. Look out, almost hit him on an inside bender. 1 ball and no strikes. From the stretch, he's ready. And the 1-0. Swinging a bouncer, foul past third. It's a ball and a strike on Lopez. Williams today in game number 3. Only worked 3 innings for the Dodgers. Lopez sends a fly to right. Very playable for Shawn Green, and there's 1 man out. Now Ronnie Belliard. Belliard's got a couple of hits today. He's been on 4 times, 2 hits, a fielder's choice, and a walk. The Dodgers trying to take this series 2-1 and looking very good right now. Beat the Brewers 5 of 6 last year. Brewers open up the series in Los Angeles on Monday afternoon. Outside a ball on Belliard. Kind of a funny schedule in L.A. for this up-and-coming series, and the Brewers' only visit to Dodger Stadium this year. Here's the 1-0 delivery. Belliard lines one toward right center. Shawn Green's going to get there and makes the running grab to retire Belliard. There are 2 men out. He hit it hard, but Green got a good jump and caught it. Now Mark Loretta with a couple of hits today. Here is the stretch and the pitch. Inside corner, it's a strike on Loretta. The opening game of that series in Los Angeles gets underway at 3:10 Central Time. Loretta swings and fouls. Then Tuesday night, it's a 7:10 start, 9:10 here. And then on Wednesday afternoon, with both clubs off on Thursday, the game starts at 12:10 Pacific time. Swinging a foul on a curveball. Still 0-2 on Mark Loretta. I thought with both clubs having a day off on Thursday that the Wednesday game would be a night affair. Not so. Here's the pitch. Half swing. He held, I think. He did. Call made by the first base umpire, Phil Cuzzy. $26,728 were here today. And the 1-2 pitch. Loretta fouled it off. It's still a ball and 2 strikes on Mark. Dodgers today have used Ishii, Mota, and now Williams. For the Brewers, Glendon Rush lasted only an inning and 2/3. And the 1-2 pitch. Almost hit him. 2-2. De Los Santos in the second, Millette in the fourth, Buddy in the sixth, Cabrera in the eighth, and the Dodgers up by 10 at 12-2. 15 base hits for L.A. Here's the pitch. Loretta struck out swinging, and the inning is over. No runs, leadoff single by Bacco. He's stranded, and at the end of 8 complete, it's 12-2 Dodgers. Jose Cabrera delivers a ball outside. Nice crowd today, nice day, bad outcome for the Crew. Down 12-2. Here's the 1-0 delivery, and Kruder hit it foul. It's a ball and a strike now on the Dodger catcher. Working from the windup, here it is. Swung on, line to right center. He's got another base hit. I want to tell you, the Dodgers are banging it all over the place today. Chad Kreuter came into this game batting .171. He's going to leave today hitting about .225. $16 hits for the Dodgers. Here is Jeff Williams, the pitcher. Swinging a foul back. He had a hack at that baby. Williams, who joined the Dodgers from AAA Las Vegas, where he made 15 relief appearances, had a 4-2 mark with a couple of saves. Swinging a fly ball foul, and it's 0-2. Two quick strikes on Williams. Top of the order, due next. That's Jeff Rebele. The pitch high for a ball. 1-2. Ball one, strike two. Cabrera. A check of the runner, and here it is. Too high again. Ball two and strike two. Dodgers will head west following today's game. They got a big series coming up against the Diamondbacks. 2-2. Got him looking. Strike three call. Williams is gone. The Dodgers will see Schilling and Randy Johnson, I believe, in that series. Jeff Rebele now takes one high, and it's a ball and no strikes. It's Schilling tomorrow. Here's the 1-0 delivery. A swing and a pop fly foul, and out of play right down below us. Somebody had a shot at that baby and dropped it. Some guy with a glove on down there had a shot at it and dropped it. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch. Rebele had a cut and he missed. Randy Johnson, who pitched 2 nights ago, will work game 3 in that series, and then Rick Helling works the middle game. One ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. That's high and inside, 2-2. That's a break, really. You get Helling following Schilling, and then you have to go right back to the big man. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cabrera deals. Rebele sends it foul. 10 for identification here. This is the Brewers Radio Network.
News Radio 620.
Your Packers, Brewers, Badgers, Bucks flagship.
WTMJ, Milwaukee.
Back with you at Miller Park. 12-2 Dodgers. Rebele waiting, and the pitch to him. Swung on. Little pop-up on the infield. In foul territory. Richie Sexton has it. Rebele broke his bat, and what he didn't get when he hit that ball, he finished up when he slammed the bat into the ground. Rebele gone on a pop fly. Here is Adrián Beltré, the third baseman. Beltré is now 1 for 12 in the series. Strike one called. Unfortunately for Milwaukee, Green, Jordan is tourist today with a couple of more base hits. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Here's a swing and a drive to left and deep. This is going to be another home run. Holy smokes. Adrián Beltré just Beltré'd one out of here. And the Dodgers now lead this game 14-2. Wow. What a charge he put in that baby. Well, here comes Shawn Green. He's going to have another whack at his 4th home run. Cabrera has just given up his 2nd home run since coming on back in the 8th inning. And that one a real blast by Beltré. Holy smokes. Here's the pitch. He was going for it. He swung and missed. A ball and a strike now on Green.
Yeah, the ball
17 base hits in this game for the Dodgers.
Ball seems to be carrying well here with the roof open today.
Man. He just did it. Shawn Green has just hit his 4th home run. And he is getting a standing ovation here. He got a fastball from Cabrera and he hit it out of here. I'll tell you, there are a lot of Dodger fans here, and they are elated. And why wouldn't they be? That last one was 450 feet, folks. He has not hit a cheap home run in this series. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line. It could be a fair ball. It is foul by about a foot. Dave Hansen was standing at home plate watching it, and all of a sudden he's, hey, this thing might be fair. Shawn Green, 4 home runs, a double, a single, 6 runs scored, 7 runs batted in on his best day ever in baseball. That includes amateur ball as well. What a day for Green. Jack Clark, who is the Dodger batting coach, just gave him a pat on the back. I guess so. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Dave Hansen. Here's a swing and a drive to right. This is another home run for the Dodgers. (16-2) Los Angeles. Cabrera heading to the dugout. The U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen has been made. This crowd is sitting in shock. Here's a breaking ball high from Luis Vizcaíno. I'm feeling a little of the electricity myself. The Dodgers have done it all today. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch. Strike 1 called on Boca Chica.
I was hoping Jerry Royster would go out there and make the pitching change, maybe go to a position player.
Or stay out there himself.
Well,
1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, they do that. A lot of teams do that. You're taking a whipping like the Brewers are today instead of using somebody from the bullpen. And this has been done many, many times. Here's a swing and a pop-up. Shallow right, foul territory. Richie Sexson with room makes the grab, and the inning is over. They get 4, and at the end of 8 1/2, 16-2, Dodgers. Marcus Jensen is on as a pinch hitter. for Hammonds. Williams deals high, ball one. Well, the Dodgers today have really hung one on the Brewers. I've seen a lot of games at this ballpark and over at Old County Stadium. I don't know if I remember one with this much drama and power. Trying to think. I remember a game in here's a swing and a foul by Jensen in Cleveland, where the Brewers hit 7 home runs in a game. 2 balls and a strike. But here's the pitch, high and outside. 3 balls and a strike. I have not seen too many games where somebody has hit 4 home runs in a game. One player, that is. Swinging a drive into right, playable for the man of the day, Shawn Green, to retire Marcus Jensen. 1 man out, and Richie Sexson coming up there. Sexson today has been on 4 times. But today, the Dodgers getting 4 from Green, 1 from Beltré, 1 from Karros, a home run by Jordan, home run by Boca Chica, and that's just some of the story. They have 19 hits in the game. Outside a ball. 1-1 on Richie Sexson. Here it is, inside a ball, belt high. Are we finding out the Dodgers' biggest day in the home run department? It's got to be today.
This is it.
Is it? Yeah, got to be. Here's a swing and a bouncer, right side. That one's grabbed by Cora, and he throws out Richie Sexson. The total bases today for Shawn Green total 18. Is that right? 19? Here's the pitch. Ochoa took a strike on the outside corner.
When you start breaking 50-year-old records, that's a serious day at the office.
Here's the pitch. Strike 2 on Alex. He has 19 total bases today. Joe Adcock had 18 back in 1954, swinging a bouncer foul. And Joe Adcock with a 4 home run day. The late Joe Adcock, big Braves first baseman. 2 strikeouts for, here's the pitch, swinging a drive in the left and deep. Hey, get up, get up, get out of here, ball gone for Alex Ochoa. All right, hey, something to holler about anyway. Alex Ochoa gets his 4th of the year. I was going to say a couple of strikeouts today. Have not dampened the Brewers. I mean, you're going up there. You still got to hack. I don't care. You strike out once, twice. You got to get up there again. And here's Sanchez. Bounces one back to the mound. This should do it. It does, and the Dodgers win 16-3. I was going to say a couple of strikeouts for a couple of Brewers batters today, but they're still up there ripping and hacking. But the Dodgers today, with Shawn Green having a major day, Dodger record, major league record, 19 total bases today.